Hello, Provo City residents. I am Superintendent Dow from the Provo City School District. Today is Monday, April 28th. We have less than a month left of school. So our last day of school will be Wednesday, May 21st. So there is a lot going on across the district. I want to recognize Melanie Shelley, who is our Provo Way Award winner. She is our Executive Assistant in Human Resources and is really the first face that many of our prospective employees see or as they're filling out their paperwork and getting onboarded, and she is just a tremendous asset to our district. She does so much to help everyone feel so welcome. She is a fantastic human. She has worked in the district for over 30 years, and we couldn't be luckier to have her. I also just want to give a big shout out to Principal Tua and her administrative team, Athletic Director Wendy and I, for the opening of the softball field at Timpview High School. We've had Title IX in effect for over 50 years, and for the first time ever, Timpview High School has had a softball field on its campus. I really want to recognize Kyle Bates, our Maintenance and Facilities Director, Devin Daly, our Business Administrator, who has made this possible. They did a big ribbon cutting and celebration last Tuesday, and it just really honors our athletes and the great work that our female students are doing in our softball program. So it was a real treat to be a part of that. Also want to give a shout out to several educators who were recognized by the PTA. We had Linda Rossiter, who's a fourth grade teacher at Spring Creek Elementary. We had Isabel Gomez, who is a social worker at Franklin Elementary, and Jason Benson at Franklin Elementary, who were all recognized by their respective PTAs as being great educators. They were honored at a luncheon. It was great to see all of their efforts being recognized. We also really appreciate the work of our Provo City School District Foundation. They did a fantastic evening of excellence, and the following teachers and educators were honored. We had Christine Watcott. She is an assistant principal at Canyon Crest Elementary. Vanessa Hernandez is a teacher at Timpanogos Elementary. Marin Passy is a teacher at Centennial Middle School. Cynthia Carter is a teacher at Timpview High School. Brian Young is a school psychologist at Provost Elementary. Nancy Guthrie is a teacher at Oak Springs School, which is part of the state hospital system, and Jeannie Pratt, who is our head custodian at Wasatch Elementary. And in many cases, the students who nominated these individuals for these awards were able to attend and actually read their nomination and explain why these individuals had made such a difference. And if the students couldn't be there, then their principals or supervisors read those comments. And what you see is these incredible educators, individuals who just work throughout our schools that do a fantastic job of making a world of difference for students. We're very, very grateful for that. We also had our second parent advisory committee. We have several parents that are part of this that are helping us to work on issues that are becoming systemic that we need to really address and fix as a school district. And so some of the things they divided into different little subgroups and started to identify some of the barriers to fixing these things and how we could prioritize these issues more effectively. Some of the issues that they were wrestling with were greater inclusion for our special education students, some of the challenges with the dual immersion programs, how to really improve parent engagement and make it meaningful, how to recruit and retain superior math teachers at the secondary level, and how to really deal with bullying and harassment at our elementary and secondary levels, and how we can be more proactive about that instead of being reactive. So appreciate their efforts. They're going to be working with us all through next year on a variety of projects to help us address these issues so that we can create an even better experience for our students here in Provo City School District. And they're all doing this on their own. Like, they're just volunteering their time. And I'm just so impressed by how many individuals in Provo City are willing to help our schools become better places. Also, just want to make you aware that we do have a board meeting tomorrow on Tuesday. The study session will begin at 4:00 p.m. Many of you are very curious about the situation at Wasatch Elementary with the retaining wall that failed and that we're rebuilding and redoing the drainage system. We have several individuals that are going to be there to answer questions from the Board of Education. These would be geoengineering firms, the subcontractor who built the wall, our overall general contractor, the architect. We'll be discussing what our approximate costs are, and just, sometimes people want to see this as, unforeseen circumstances. And we have a lot of questions about that because it is our taxpayers who pay for these structures, and we rely on these individuals to design and build things that are reliable. And so we have some questions for them. I would encourage you to tune in. You're welcome to attend our study session. It does begin at 4 o'clock in boardroom 1 right here at the district office. And then you can also offer public comment in our business meeting, which begins in the Professional Development Center at 6 o'clock p.m. We will also be having a reception to honor our retirees at 5:30 p.m. in the Professional Development Center. Then they'll be officially recognized in the business meeting, which begins at 6. We are also letting our teachers know there is a House Bill 77 that goes into effect on May 7th that forbids all government entities, not just schools, but any type of city halls, from displaying rainbow flags. We have been talking about this with our teachers and what that might look like so that we make sure that we are in compliance with this. And so just want you to be aware of that update. Timpview High School, this is the phase 2 of construction. We've started the cafeteria and then the design of the auditorium, the fine arts spaces, the administration wing, all of those pieces that are going to go into effect. We're finalizing the kind of what we call it's the very first layer of that design phase, and then we go into a design development phase, and then they finally take it out to bid. But by November we should have those final bids on what that will look like. In the meantime, we're going to continue with the construction on the cafeteria at Timpview High School, but we will provide that update for you on at the board meeting tomorrow. Just also want to make you aware that next Monday begins Teacher Appreciation Week. It lasts the entire week of May 5th. I would really encourage you to just thank a teacher for all of the good work that they're doing, and make sure you let them know how much you appreciate them, especially as we're winding down the school year this time of year. It gets a little crazy. They have RISE testing, end of year testing with reading and math. There's a lot going on, and teachers trying to fit in a lot of what they're trying to sum up as they're teaching, but also to gather data so that we know how we need to move our kids forward beginning next year. So with all of that, I wish all of you a fantastic week. We are busy here in Provo City School District as we are winding down the school year. See you again soon.